With car sales running at their strongest pace in 8 years, it's easy to forget that the used car market is also in the midst of one of its strongest years ever. It comes as the industry sees a surge in the number of more recent in-demand models hitting used car lots. Phil LeBeau has more on the hot summer for used car dealers.
Name your price. At the Mannheim Auto Auction south of Chicago, hundreds of dealers are doing just that, buying and selling thousands of used cars.
We'll have probably 3,500 cars that will go through, and a car will be sold every 30 to 45 seconds. I call it the daily miracle. And this, of course, is the wholesale auction business here.
Mannheim is seeing strong demand by dealers due to a growing wave of used cars rolling into showrooms. 3- and 4-year-old models built as automakers ramped up production coming out of the recession.
There's just going to be a lot more desirable used vehicles hitting the market shortly. And when that happens, there'll be more interest for people who are still driving that old clunker.
Yes, even the old clunkers will be resold here, as will recalled models that have been repaired. But the real action is with models just a few years old. They can be turned around and sold quickly.
The hottest thing we see today are certified pre-owned cars. A car that is 2 or 3 years old. You remember years ago a 3-year-old car was an old car. Today a 3-year-old car with 36,000 miles in many ways is like a new car.
The good news for those who buy used instead of new, prices that have been steadily rising since 2009 are expected to ease over the next 2 years as a greater supply of pre-owned cars hits showrooms. While the typical vehicle sold at this auction will go for a little over $12,000, the price you and I will pay by the time they're cleaned up and sent to a dealership will be closer to $20,000. Proof that for these dealers, the price is right when it comes to cashing in on America's demand for used vehicles. Phil LeBeau, Nightly Business Report, Matson, Illinois.